Hi folks, I'm Ian Baker, the product specialist with Camping World, and today we're going to go over the 2018 Sprinter Campfire Edition 26FWRL. This is a shorter fifth wheel, so if you're looking for something a little bit shorter, lighter weight, maybe you want to tow a boat behind it, maybe you want to try to tow it with your half ton, definitely recommend looking into the specs before you try that, but this may just fit the bill. So let's start off right back here. One of the things I like about this style setup is that you have the two chairs right back here. It's a great spot to really just for a couple to sit back, kick back, and relax. Both of these are recliners. They don't have like the pull cord style. What you basically do is just kind of put your hands right here on the armrests and then your feet on the ground. You just kind of push backward, and then the feet will come up just like so. And that's basically how they operate. It's pretty simple. You kind of do the opposite in order to put them back down. But again, this gives, you and your spouse or significant other, whoever it may be, just a nice place to sit down, read a book together, have a conversation together. Plus, you can enjoy the beautiful view out this huge rear picture window. So if you have, lakefront, oceanfront view, you can certainly enjoy it there. I also like the fact they put this right here in the center. The main reason for it is right here on the side is your breaker box. It'll have your breakers for your 110 as well as your fuses for your 12 volt. But they put the countertop on here, the tabletop. That way you can put beverages and stuff here as well. You'll see you have windows on both sides here too to let in some natural light during the day. And at night you have LED lights right up top. You actually have LED lights throughout the entire camper, which are great because they don't put out near the heat and use a fraction of the power. If you take a look up top, you will see this one has good storage going all the way across the top there. Kind of has like a cool decoration or a decorative glass on there. It's kind of like little squares, but it gives it almost like a 3D appearance. It's pretty nice. Moving up a little bit further here, we get into the off-door side. This is our super slide. So if you have additional guests or maybe if you want to watch TV, this is probably the best seat to do it right here. This is a tri-fold sofa as well. So great thing about this is not only is it comfortable to sit in, it also makes a fairly comfortable bed for guests if you decide to let them spend the night. It's easy to make up. You just fold it out. This back part right here folds down, but this is what the guests actually get to sleep on. I mean, you can see, how much cushion is there, and it's a lot better than your standard kind of pull-out mattress where your mattress is like that thick, or an air mattress that gets a hole in it and deflates on them. You certainly don't have to worry about that here. Again, you have windows going all the way across. Windows on both sides of the slide, two big windows here. I actually kind of like the fact that above the sofa, they opted to take the window all the way to the ceiling rather than put cabinets up there. You have a lot of storage here in your kitchen in this floor plan, and personally, I prefer to have the natural light come in. You'll also see you have, of course, LED lights up top too. Then right over here to this side is your dinette. Now, this obviously is where you'll sit down to have meals together or play a board game or whatever else. This does drop down into a bed too. You just remove the legs right here from the flanges in the floor as well as in the table. The tabletop will sit along the rails. Take the back cushions here. You'll throw those on top like so, and that will create your sleeping space. It's not a huge bed, so you can fit two adults on your tri-fold sofa. You'll probably struggle to fit one adult here, but it is great for kids, or if you have a pack and play, you can set that up there too. Also, you have storage underneath. You'll see on the sides of the seats, they have this little pull tab. You can actually lift that up just like so. There's a hinge in front, so it just kind of goes open like that, and that will allow you easy access to anything you have stored underneath there. Plus, you don't have to get down on your hands and knees to access it. If we take a look across the way, we get into the beautiful kitchen. So one of the other things I like about this floor plan is that you have this big L-shaped kitchen. It's actually pretty darn usable. You'll see right here is your sink. They give you a big sink top cover on here, so that way you can utilize this as prep space. If you want, you can flip it over and use the bottom here as a big cutting board too. You'll also see you have a single bowl stainless steel sink, so that way you have plenty of space to wash any pots and pans, and then the high-rise faucet, which makes washing a little bit easier. On the other side of the kitchen countertop here, you have your 3-burner cooktop with the upgraded grates. You can see how these are nice and heavy duty, especially compared to what you get in most campers. The front burner on there is also high output, so if you need to boil water quickly or in higher altitudes, that is the burner you'll want to use. Right underneath that, you will see you have an oven in case you want to do a little bit of baking. And then take a look over next to that. You have a bank of 4 very large full extension drawers here. This is awesome, folks. This gives you plenty of space for not just your flatware, but your larger utensils, hot pads, whatever else you want to toss in there. You'll also see underneath the sink itself, you have this triangular storage space where you can fit a smaller trash can. And then you'll also notice you have underlighting here too. So that just helps brighten up the kitchen space a little bit, give you just that nice extra accent touch. Above the kitchen sink itself, you have another LED light there, again, helping to brighten it up. And then back on the wall, you will see you have your thermostat. So on a hot day like today, you could certainly use the AC. That's where it'll be controlled at. You do have a couple different electrical outlets. You'll see you have one right back here in the corner. You have another one tucked away right up here. So, you know, where all this beautiful prep space is right here, you can put toasters, blenders, coffee pots. I'd probably put, you know, anything that's going to be more permanent right back here in this corner because the outlet is on the wall itself rather than have a cord run up. But this is definitely great in a pinch. Then, of course, you have the window there to let in the natural light too. So we take a look up top, you have the stainless steel. You got the stainless steel suite of appliances. If you notice with the oven and everything, the hood helps follow along with that. It is an LED light on here as well. You can certainly appreciate that because that way it's not using near as much power. Fan on there too. You have the stainless steel microwave up top. Over to the side here, you know, I like the fact they put glass here and then the wood there. It helps break up the look a little bit. Just bear in mind that whatever is in here, if it's close to the door, you'll be able to see it. So I recommend putting like dishes in here, something that's a little bit prettier, not like your box of Pop-Tarts. But again, you can do whatever you want. But that is a nice big pantry storage area there. And then some extra storage right over here to the side. So we move back a little bit. We'll round out the kitchen space with the stainless steel fridge freezer combo. 8 cubic foot, plenty of space right there. You see you have a cutout here for some of your taller items. This unit does run off both propane and electric and also has automatic switchover. And the thermostat is right here on the outside, so it's super easy to control. Right up above that, you'll see you have a little extra storage there. And while we're up top, if you take a look at the ceiling, we'll go over a couple quick things. One, instead of having tape, they put the wood boards across, which I like. You know, they have that meet up with the crown molding. Just helps give it a little extra pop and appeal. LED lights all the way throughout and a ducted AC with quick dump. Then right over here is your entertainment center, folks. You have your TV right there. As I mentioned, probably the best seat to watch it is in the sofa, but you know, you can turn that a little bit if you want to be able to watch it here in the recliners as well. Sound bar right there in the center for excellent sound quality. That is Bluetooth capable too. So if you have a cell phone and you have, you know, some songs on your phone or maybe the latest Stories from the Road podcast, you can connect to that via Bluetooth and be able to listen to it right here in your RV. And then underneath, take a look at that. That's actually way more storage than you generally get in a lot of entertainment centers. It is quite usable. So, you know, definitely utilize that space. Lastly, folks, right over here is your control panel. You'll see up top, you have your tank monitoring panel there. You have your water pump, your water heater. Do notice that this one runs off both electric as well as gas. You can turn both those on at the same time for faster recovery. And lastly, you have this remote. So the cool thing about this is this allows you to take everything right outside. You can take this remote outside, control your awning lights, your awning itself, your stabilizers, your slides, all of it right from this remote. So if you have a tight camping space, you can make sure that when you open everything up, you're not going to run into any trees. As we come up the stairs into the bathroom, you'll notice there are 2 entrances and exits. The one directly behind me here goes out into the main living area. The other one goes into the master bedroom. Right here in front of me is a mirrored medicine cabinet. You can see there is some storage behind that, which is great. Big countertop in the bathroom. I certainly appreciate that. It gives you some space to be able to set down your curling iron or, you know, have your makeup and stuff out or whatever it may be. But it is great just having a little extra space. Upgraded stainless steel bowl in here, so quality bowl. And then over to this side is your electrical outlet, so you can plug in your hair dryer, curling iron, or maybe a electronic toothbrush. Then underneath you have good storage there too. You might be able to fit a small trash can in there if you try to squeeze it in. Right behind me here is the foot flush lever toilet. It's not on the best angle in my opinion, but it is usable. You kind of have to sneak your leg in between the toilet and the shower here and then you know, do your business. So it is a little cramped on one side, a little bit tougher to get in and out, but again, it certainly will do the trick. And then right here in front of me is your neo-angle shower. I love the roller doors here. The reason is because when you open these up, all the water goes down the shower doors and into the shower pan rather than a swing door where it's all over your floor or a curtain that's just flapping everywhere. I'll stand in here too just to kind of give you an idea of height. So hand wand right here, shelves behind me. You can see that even without the skylight, I still have plenty of room. I'm 6 foot, but with the skylight, it gives you that little extra, you know, a few inches. So if you are 6'3", 6'4", you can shower in here no problem. Then right over here, you have a slide-out wardrobe in the bedroom, but that does continue into the bathroom, which is great. You do have a little bit of hanging space here if you want to put some shirts or something in there. But more importantly, it gives you, you know, this space right down here as well as a couple of drawers. That way you can kind of have a pseudo linen closet. As we step into the master bedroom, there are 2 entrances and exits. This one right here leads out into the hall into the main living area. The other one, as I mentioned previously, into the master bathroom, or the bathroom period, I guess. And as you can see, you also have the nice slider door there. Right here in the center is the queen bed. When we lift this up, you will notice there is big storage underneath. So if you have some larger items like guitars or other big things you want to bring, maybe some extra bedding, that is a great spot to store them there. Big window on this side right here lets in a lot of natural light. And if you take a look up front here on either side of the bed, you have hanging space, so good wardrobe. Underneath, you have a cubby hole with an electrical outlet. So if you need to plug in a cell phone, tablet, or maybe a CPAP machine, that's where you'll do it. You'll also see across the top here, you have good storage, couple LED lights. Right up here on the ceiling, you have a vent fan, so you can get some nice airflow through here. Then if you take a look at the wall on the other side, you will see that, again, this is part of that slide out I showed you in the bathroom. That's a big wardrobe, mirrored doors, and then you also have a drawer right there underneath. So that way, if you need, you know, any folded clothes or anything, you can stuff them right in there. Lastly, if we take a look right up here, folks, you do have connections for a TV. This one is also pre-wired for a Wi-Fi booster and router, so if you do want Wi-Fi in your coach, you can call a number right here and get that all set up. Now that we've seen the inside, let's take a look at some of the outside features on the 2018 Sprinter Campfire 26FWRL. Right up front here, folks, is your beautiful painted front cap on there. I think they did a good job with the colors this year as well. And then you'll also notice that right here in the center, you have a mirror. So that way, as you are backing up, it'll help you align your hitch with your kingpin here. If we take a look underneath, you'll see this big front open space. You'll notice how clean it is in here. You don't have a bunch of cables and everything running everywhere. Good cable management all right over here to the side. You'll notice your battery box there too. Obviously that is already pre-vented for you. The controls for your front legs are right here. You have a light outside. You also have solar prep. So if you want solar, all you have to do is buy the portable panels, plug it in right there, and it'll trickle charge your battery. If you take a look underneath up front there, you'll also see you have a spare tire. Hopefully you never have to use it, but in the event that you do, that is where you will find it. As we come around to the door side here, you'll see the big door here on the pass-through, which is great. You also have kind of like this little tray right here. And then you can see you have plenty of open space, which is awesome. So if you have larger items, you can easily slide those in there. You'll also see right up top here, you have a light, so you have access at night, can see what you're doing. You also have TV hookups right there. So if you want a TV outside, that is where you'll hook it up at. We take a look right there, you see you have a large power awning, covers almost the entire length of the camper there, at least the main camping space. Just touch a button to roll that out, same thing to have it go right back in, and it has an LED light strip underneath to help light up your campsite at night. It is the Solera awning with the Solera speakers, so in the head of the awning there, you'll see you have speakers on either one. Those are controlled by that multimedia center inside I showed you. But the purpose of those is when your awning is out, it's playing down on your campsite rather than blasting out at your neighbors. If we take a look down at the wheels here, you'll see these are aluminum alloy wheels. That way they're not going to rust out on you. They'll stay looking beautiful forever. And then right in between, you have the Lippert Road Armor suspension, which helps take out a lot of the potholes and stuff while going down the road using a rubber compound material. Right up top here, you have an electrical outlet, so that way if you can plug anything in outside, whether it's a phone, blender, electric griddle, whatever else you want to plug in, that'll be the place to do it. To get into the coach, you have the 3 foldable steps here. They are aluminum steps. That way, again, they're not going to rust on you. You also have the rubber grip strips on there. So that way, if it's early in the morning and there's dew on the steps, or after a rain, you won't slip and fall. For added control, they also have the foldable extended easy grab handle here. So that way, from the first step all the way in, you have excellent control. Same thing when exiting the RV. When we come around to the back, you'll see this square tubular bumper with the end caps. You can pop those end caps off, gives you a great spot in which you can store your sewer hose. And then right back here is your 30 amp power cord. If you take a look up top, right above that beautiful rear picture window, you will also see that you have your backup camera prep. So if you want a backup camera, having that installed is a lot less expensive. It'll save you a lot of money on labor. Right up front here, you have your convenience center, your docking station. As you take a look, you'll see you have an outside shower with both hot and cold water access there. Right over to the side is your satellite and cable inlets. You also have a black tank flush on here, which is great for washing out any solids that are left over after you dump your black tank. And then right here is your water connection. If you have the blue handle in the down position, that is city. If you plan on doing some boondocking, you want to fill your fresh water tanks, you will just flip this up. If you take a look directly underneath the docking station right over here, you will actually see that you have your black and gray valves there. And as you saw, the termination was right over to the side. Lastly, this is the other side of the pass-through. Right here, it is magnetic. As you would expect, folks, you do have slam latch baggage doors on both sides. And last thing I want to talk about is right up front here, which is your propane. 2 30-pound propane tanks there. Your switchover is right in between. All right, folks, that wraps it up. Again, this is the 2018 Keystone Sprinter 26FWRL. If you're interested in this rear living fifth wheel and you'd like price and availability, simply click on the link in the description below. Thanks again for watching. I'm Ian Baker, and let's go camping.